Okay, well, welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining me here for this visit tonight. We're going to have a great time together talking about celebration, coming together for some fun in May, and we're also going to talk about an exciting new incentive that we're launching here tonight. So do take notes, and we will cover any of your questions that you may have at the end of this presentation. So I'm hoping to get through this in less than an hour, and so thank you for the sacrifice that you've made to interrupt your weekend to come and join us here tonight. And so as I go through all of these slides, please do take note and jot down any questions that I can help address at the end of our time so that you can hit the ground running with what I'm going to share with you here tonight. All right, let me just move forward here. All right. Now, by way of introduction to tonight's visit, let's just pause on this first slide here. For most of us, 2017 was a year of bridging the past to the future, wasn't it? It was a year of transition, and it was a year of new identification. You know as well as I do that there were thousands of former Regal sales reps who had to transition from representing the former Regal company, Regal Gifts, to partnering with the new Regal company, Regal Home and Gifts, to continue on in their Regal journey. For others among you, it was a new beginning. You were never with Regal and you got started with us in 2017. So you were transitioning as well as you were beginning this new business venture with us. And you were needing to learn what Regal is all about. So for all of us on this call, 2017 was a year of transition and of new identification. Why do I share this with you? It'll all make sense as I go through tonight's presentation with you. But just to pause there for a little moment, as most newly married couples will tell you, the first year is typically the toughest. Both parties are trying to identify who they are in their new relationship. They're needing to adjust their lives in some ways, their habits, their routine, to some degree adjusting how they even think or talk or conduct themselves. And why is that? Well, because they love one another and they want to enjoy a harmonious relationship as they travel this journey together, which is called life. They may not always agree on everything, but to keep each other happy and to have a respectful relationship, they do listen to one another and they do love unconditionally, respecting that they will have differing views at times, and that's okay. Together, they will work through those differences. Well, that's what 2017 was like for you as the ambassador and for us as the company. It was a year of transition as we got to know one another. And it was a year of identification as we shaped this new Regal into slightly different from the old Regal, but yet still keeping with much of the old, the positive parts that this great company has been known for since 1928. As we move forward into this second year together, I want to solidify my commitment to you. My email signature says your partner in success. And that's not just a nice tagline. It's my heart's commitment. I do not take lightly the role that I have been given by Fred and Howard to partner with you and to do that all that I can to equip you with the success that you desire with Regal Home and Gifts. I ask for the same commitment from you tonight, my partners, as I go into tonight's presentation about two very exciting celebration events that we have planned for you and a dynamic incentive that could literally explode your earnings this year. I ask that you partner with me and partner with Fred and Howard as the owners of Regal Home and Gifts. Like any partnership, each party has a role and a responsibility. My role, as I've already said, is to equip you to be successful, providing you with the tools, the support, the training, and other resources. Your role is to implement all that is provided to you and be committed to representing this company in your own community. It doesn't take much to play that part, does it? Because everyone who hears about Regal lights up, don't they? You know, I experience this over and over again when meeting someone who asks what I do. When I tell them that I'm with Regal, they get so excited to hear that Regal is still around, and they often ask for a catalog. If you're not getting that kind of response in your community, let's talk, because there may just be some simple steps that you need to take into account, or different responses that you need to structure a little bit differently. But I know that many of you are actually agreeing with me that Regal is known out there. It's a household name, and it's a name that brings a smile to people's faces. My mother used to do that. My grandmother used to do that. How often do we hear those words? So as we go into the second year of Regal Home and Gifts, can I count on your partnership? Do you commit to doing all that you can to get Regal known by everyone in your community? I commit to partnering with you, and will continue to support you each step of the way in your Regal journey. You know, we have so many exciting plans for this year, starting with the new fundraising program that we just recently launched. Because of all the resources that we already offer, plus all the new stuff that's coming, I know that you can be as successful as you want to be in 2018. And I know that that success can start even this month, even though we are nearing the end of January. So let's have a look at tonight's presentation and see how we can partner together in 2018, have lots of fun together, and start that journey to the real success that you desire. All right, our theme for celebration will be Regal Pillars of Growth. And that Pillars of Growth will be the common thread through everything that we do at the celebration events. It will be not only the theme, it'll be the training will be based on the 4 pillars, and we will reveal what each of those 4 pillars are. But they are key elements to your Regal success, to your Regal growth. And so that is not only a theme, but it's actually going to be a great resource as you leave celebration well equipped to continue on the rest of 2018, continuing to ramp up. And we have some exciting things coming to you even before you get to celebration. So we're going to solidify those items as well. What we introduce to you from now until May, we will have extra training and resources and tools, new things that we're going to introduce to you there to help you implement that which we are going to be introducing from now until May. So do I have your attention? Let's move on. Okay, it is a 2-day celebration event, and it's happening in 2 locations. We have structured it because we know that there are many people who are in Western Canada who do not have the option of coming out Toronto way. And so we wanted to make it something, or make it an event that is accessible to all. And so we've placed it strategically in Mississauga, Ontario, and Calgary, Alberta, so that everyone can easily get there by car, bus, or airplane, and do so at very reasonable rates. And so when we were choosing these locations, we looked into the pricing of even the airfares and whatnot, and I believe that we have strategically placed it into the locations that each and every one of our ambassadors can get to. So what's going to be the 2-day event? It's going to have a full day event as the main celebration, and then there's going to be a half-day advanced training. Now, last year in our first celebration event, we actually had the advanced training the day following the main celebration event, and it was for all those who were gold and above. And that was an exciting time that we had together. We did a lot of brainstorming, and a lot of what came out this year actually came from the discussions that we had on that advanced training day. And so this year we're actually inviting all ambassadors to come. Whatever level you are at, you are most welcome to join us for that advanced training. Now, just a forewarned, that is advanced training. So it's going to be a boot camp kind of day, but it's only a half day. And trust me, you are going to be so glad that you attended that extra part of celebration, because it too will send you home with things that you can implement immediately. So as you can see on the screen, Eastern celebration in Mississauga, the main event is on Saturday, May the 5th. and it goes from 8:30. Actually, the doors open at 8:45, and so there's the registration, and then the doors open at 8:45, and the program itself starts at 9, and then we'll go right through until 5. Of course, we're going to give you some breaks there as well. You'll have a full lunch, and you'll have refreshments at the 2 breaks. And then in Western, in Calgary, Western event is on Saturday, May the 12th. So immediately following the next weekend. Okay, so you could legitimately attend both events, and you would get something different at both of them. Some of them will be common, but we have different trainers at each location. And so those are the main events. Advanced training in Mississauga, it's Sunday, May the 6th, so immediately the day after, and it's a half a day. So we're starting early in the morning at 8:30 and going until 1 p.m. Okay, now in Calgary, that weekend is actually Mother's Day, and we don't want anyone in a group event on Mother's Day. And so we have placed your advanced training the day before the main event, and it doesn't take away from the main event at all, because they're totally different training, different programs. So yours is actually on Friday, May the 11th. And it will run from 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. So for those of you that are traveling, you can leave home in the morning and make it there. And so you don't need to come the night before. You have lots of time to travel. And so also for those of you that are local, if you're working at a day job, you can even just take a half a day off and meet up with us for the afternoon session. Okay, so there's the overview of what is happening in what location. All right, moving along. Main celebration event, as we just covered for each of the locations. What can you expect there? What do we have planned for you? Well, this is just the skeleton of what I'm sharing with you here. And as we get closer to the event, we will give you more meat to the bones, so to speak. And so this is giving you a quick overview of what exciting things you can expect. So quality training will not be delivered by me. You hear from me all year long. And so I am bringing in some dynamic trainers who are really well known in this industry, and they will have some amazing training. We've already been planning on the topics and what they're going to cover, and the sharing that they're going to do, the interaction you're going to have. It's going to be a great time at both locations. And so it's different trainers at both locations. You're going to have some tips actually that you're going to receive from top achievers, because we're going to ask some key top achievers among you to share in a panel setting. We'll have some key questions that you're going to cover that is basically, on everyone's mind, and you're going to give those, you're each going to have on the panel an opportunity to answer those questions. And so that's going to be a great time for all of you to learn from those who are at the top, those who are achieving great things already with Regal. And then you're going to meet corporate team. You're going to meet me and Fred Pritchard and others. And so it'll be a great time for you to connect with us, for us to get to know each other and just have a really great time together. How exciting is that? Hand out notes to take training home. So there will be a notebook you'll be able to take home, and you'll be able to follow along with the program throughout the day, and you'll have lots of information to take home and implement into your Regal business. Also, we'll have some new tools and resources that we are going to launch there that will complement what you're going to be learning. Of course, we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun activities. We're going to have giveaway prizes. I just don't do anything unless there's fun involved. So we're definitely going to have some fun activities happening, and we're going to give away some great prizes as well. And we're going to implement the same as what we had last year, VIP breakfast. So this is by invitation only. It's an exclusive visit with Regal owner Fred Pritchard and other Regal staff that are there at the event. Now, the VIP breakfast last year was for all who reached the level of gold and above, and the same will be true this year. But all of you still have an added opportunity to be a part of that VIP breakfast as we talk about the new incentive program that I'm going to introduce here tonight. So it doesn't need to be just if you've reached gold and above, but you have an opportunity to also earn your way into that VIP breakfast. Last year we heard some amazing stories on people who had come together at that VIP breakfast and learned so much from each other, and were so excited to meet each other because they talk on Facebook and whatnot, and now they were able to actually visit. And it was before all of the big event happened, so it's in a private room alone with Fred Pritchard and myself and other staff members. Okay, and we give you a full breakfast, by the way. Recognition, of course, is a big part of the celebration event. So we will be recognized those for their achievements in 2017 and even what they have achieved from January to April 2018. Recognition and rewards are very important from my perspective, and also just a very key element of an annual event like this. Okay, and it will also include the full lunch, as I said, on the main event day. And there are 2 breaks, and there will be some munchies at those times as well. Now, one of the greatest benefits of attending an event like this, talk to anybody who attends any kind of direct selling conference on an annual basis. One of the greatest benefits is learning from other ambassadors. You're going to get a chance to chat with them at break time and during our activity times, our interaction activities that we do throughout the day. At nighttime, we're going to have some great visits and whatnot. It's going to be a tremendous time for you to learn from others and to share what you do as well, so that others can learn from you. Okay, what's the advanced half-day program all about? What can you expect there? Well, it is a half day, and it is for all ambassadors of all levels. It's a training program that is valued over $300 if you were to take it any other time. Okay, so that's a great value that you're getting with this half-day program. It is advanced training, and if you implement that which is going to be taught at this half-day program, you will experience growth in your Regal business. It's applicable to implementing the 4 pillars of growth. So we're going to start to build on the pillars in the main event, but even aside from that, in this advanced training, there's going to be a lot of information, a lot of training that will help you to implement those 4 pillars. And like the main event, there is going to be a handout booklet so that you can take your training home with you. Then we're going to have a post-celebration webinar where we're going to talk about building on those pillars. And we're going to have guest speakers and trainers on that as well. And that's going to run for a period of time. So that's going to be a program that will follow celebration. And so if you're at celebration, it'll make total sense because you'll just go from one to the other. It'll flow easily into that supplementary training and coaching that comes after celebration. And then, of course, at the advanced training, we will feed you. And so there will be some refreshments there at break time as well. Okay, the Eastern celebration is being held at the Hilton Meadowvale. And so those of you that live in the Toronto area, you're no doubt very familiar with the Hilton. It was previously the Delta Meadowvale, and it's at Mississauga Road and 401. So easy access from the highways and airport, and there's airport shuttle service, and they're actually throwing in the parking. Typically you have to pay for the parking, but they're throwing that in for us. So that's really exciting. And it's only about 5 to 8 minutes away from the Regal office. And so if you wanted to place an order in advance and pick it up, you can do that. And so it's just down the street, literally, from the Regal office. So what else is at the Hilton? Well, they have very roomy and airy meeting rooms so that we can set it up as round tables. It makes for great interaction at the tables and also for our small activities that we do. So it will be set up in banquet style like this, and it will give very well to the interaction that is going to be very much a part of our daily event. And there's no pillars hiding the view or anything like that either. And also the Friday evening is going to be a get acquainted. They have some really nice looking lounge areas. They've renovated the Hilton since Hilton took it over from Delta, and it looks very nice. And they have some large areas where we can just mingle and get to know each other on the Friday night. So as you arrive in preparation for the next day, for those of you that would be staying overnight, or for those of you that are local, we'll have a nice get together on Friday night. And then Saturday night, after the main event, we will have evening out, hanging out in their restaurant. And so they do have a semi-private area that we can reserve and have just us as Regal individuals visiting and having dinner and just having a great time together. Those of you that attended our hangout after the celebration last year in Mississauga was very nice. I really enjoyed it, but we were part of a whole lot of other people around us. And so it was noisy. It was difficult to hear ourselves at times. And there were other people that were just, in our space. So this is going to be a great private, semi-private area away from other individuals, carrying on with their Saturday night festivities. Okay. All right. And why not make it a family vacation? Come to Toronto. If you're a distance away, it's a great time for you to travel with your family. As you know, there's so much to see in the Toronto area. That slide is actually in the hotel. So Hilton has a really nice pool area with that huge slide. So if you have young children or grandchildren that you'd like to bring along and have somebody take care of them while you're in the sessions, it could be a great time for your family. All right, let's have a look here. This is a typical room at the Hilton. Their rooms are all very well designed and roomy, and so it's a great opportunity for you to actually even share a room with others. That's part of the fun, as it says in that starburst here on the slide. Part of the fun of attending a celebration is to actually share a room with one or two or four others. I've done many conventions over the years, and the times that I was on the independent side as an independent distributor, I did the sharing of the room with many of the women, and what a great time of sharing and just getting to know each other. So that's part of the fun of attending these events. And so if that's of interest to you, to share a room with others of the same gender, let them know on Facebook, and you can all private message each other and work out who's going to share a room with who. Their rates have been brought down to just $105 per night. So even for those of you that are local, why not stay at the hotel? It just keeps you in the zone, right? Keeps you in the mode of celebration. And so share a room with others, and that 105, divided by however many, makes it for a very reasonably priced stay. All right, Western celebration is going to be at the Clique Hotel, or actually they say Hotel Clique, and that is right at the airport. I've stayed at it a year, I guess about 6-7 years ago, and I understand it's just as beautiful, and they've even renovated some of the areas since I was there. It is a very quaint hotel. It's big, so it gives that feeling of a very professional hotel, but the way that they've decorated it feels like a boutique. So it's a very nice place to enjoy time together when we meet and just get acquainted, but it's also very well equipped with meeting rooms to accommodate the numbers that we're expecting. So it is near the airport. It has airport shuttle. They're providing us with free parking, and it's easy access to the highways as well. Okay, so there's just some pictures. You can make Calgary your family vacation place. If you choose to go to the Calgary one, take your family with you. There's lots to see in the Calgary area as well. And you can always take a couple extra days and go off to Banff or anywhere else that is beautiful. I mean, Calgary has so much to offer by way of a family vacation. And then we are going to have a get acquainted visit on Friday night. So remember, the half day training is on Friday in the afternoon. We'll finish at 5, and then we'll get together for a get acquainted dinner, if you will. And so that is going to be a great time together and just enjoying each other's company. At the Hotel Clique, they too have offered the lower rate of $105 per night. So a great rate for you to stay right there at the hotel, even if you are local. For those of you that are traveling, it's a great price. When you look at the prices for Calgary hotels, they have really, given us some great rates there. So a great opportunity for you to get away and enjoy some training as well as some great visits with other ambassadors. So Celebrations registration opens Monday, January 29th, which is tomorrow. As soon as I tell them to turn on that switch, it will be in your sales tools. Okay, you'll see the registration there. It'll give you a description there. It'll actually give you the information for how to book your hotel even. And so you'll want to look in there and get the information for how to book your hotel, but you also want to book yourself for the celebration. Now, the Saturday main event, the regular price after the early bird is $170. Now, I know that some of you paid just $20 last year, and that was totally a giveaway. That was because we had just launched Regal, the new Regal, and we wanted to have as many of you attend as possible so that we can really get off to a great start by getting to know many of you right there at Celebration. But we've been telling you as we've ramped up to this next celebration is that was a giveaway, and we would have to make sure that we cover our costs at this one and give you a great program. So we have kept the costs down. I have been to many conventions, as I've said, and some of them, they were $300, $400, $500 registration to attend. And so, I've twisted some arms here to keep the prices as low as I can. But we just needed to make sure that you all understand the value of what you're getting. It is worth so much more than what the 170 value is showing here. Advanced training, the regular price after early bird will be $50. So to attend the 2-day event, it's just $220. Okay. But for early bird special, those of you that get registered before February 15th, okay? It will close at 5 p.m. Eastern time on February 15th. Your price at the early bird, and we're not going to capture payment until February 15th. We are going to pre-auth your credit card, but we're not going to actually process the payment until then. So the early bird pricing for the main event is $140 and the advanced training is $40. So for just $180, you are getting amazing program for 2 days. Okay. Now, as you see in the small print at the bottom, there will be no extension on the early bird. We're not going to say, oh, well, we're going to extend it for another 2 days or anything like that. It's February 15th. Count on it. Okay. If you miss it by 2 hours, it's going to have the regular price. If you miss it by 1 minute after 5 p.m. Eastern, it's going to be the regular price. Okay. Pricing does not include applicable taxes. Government needs their piece of the action, and so we have no choice but to charge you the applicable taxes on that. And then registration is non-refundable because we need to commit to the hotels, to the speakers, to the sound people, all of the things that help to put this amazing program together for you. So here's my word to you. Invest now for the future growth of your Regal business. So you're going to ramp up from now until May with all of what we're going to introduce to you. You're going to be already in that growth mode. You're going to come learn more and take that with you. What an amazing year end you're going to have in 2018. Okay, so do get registered before February 15th. If you don't have the cash right now, look for it. Get those extra sales happening. Make it happen so that you do not miss this event. We are told, it's a statistic, it's reality. People who attend their company's convention are among the top achievers. Now, they may not be the top earners, but they are achieving great things because they've attended their convention and they went back home all equipped with the training and the resources to take their business to the next level. So those who attend do much better with their business than those who do not. Okay, new celebration incentive. We are introducing a new incentive program. It's called Circle of Excellence. And this Circle of Excellence is starting with celebration, but it will carry on even after celebration. This is the start of it. It's going to become such a recognition club, if you will. Those who are in the circle will have achieved certain things and will be recognized as such. Ongoing in the webinars, in the newsletters, they're going to have special abilities that others don't. There's going to be special offers provided to them. So Circle of Excellence is a circle that you want to be a part of. So let's find out how you can be a part of this. Qualification period for this particular launch of the Circle of Excellence is January 1st to April 30th. Yes, I know we're just about finished January, but keep your seatbelts on because I'm going to tell you what you're going to do for January. So what must you do to participate in this incentive? First of all, you need to be an active ambassador. And so if you're on this call and you received a notice of termination and you're sitting on the fence wondering, should I get re-registered? Then yes, you would need to get re-registered in order to get started. And I want to strongly recommend that you do that because we have some amazing things happening that this year you will do sales if you implement that which we are introducing. Okay, so active ambassador. And you need to be registered for celebration. Now that might be the early bird. It might even be after the early bird if you wanted to pay the full price. But you need to, before you can receive the rewards that go with this incentive, you need to be at celebration. Okay? Achieve consistent sales in each of the 4 months. January, February, March, and April. You need to have consistent sales throughout each of those 4 months. Yes, you can do that. I heard you. Some of you are saying, oh, 4 months in a row? Yes, you can do it. I know you can. When you implement all of what we've been training and all of what we've been telling you about how to approach individuals, what to do with your catalogs, all of those things, fundraising program, you can do it. You can have sales happening every month. Okay, and here's a quote from Walt Disney. Those of you that took the Unstoppable Me program, you heard the amazing story of Walt Disney. And here's his quote that people have quoted for many, many years now. If you can dream it, you can do it. That was his belief, and it can be yours as well. Dream about what you want to achieve with your Regal business, and you will achieve it. Just put some feet to those dreams, and you will get there. And it can start with the incentive of this program, the Circle of Excellence. You know, why do companies even do incentives? It's to give you that extra nudge, that encouragement. And so as we do that, as we I sometimes refer to as a dangling carrot, if you will. You know, as we put that dangling carrot and say, yes, you can do it. Just, one step further. And you do achieve it. You do go for it. It's just like the $150 orders and we give you $10 shipping allowance on that. We're rewarding you for making your orders at least $150 or more. Okay. How many of you hold off because you're not quite at the $150 and you want that $10 off? It's the same thing. So we put this incentive out there because we want you to be successful. We want you to build your Regal business. And when you win and you are successful, we are too. And that's where our partnership comes in. So what are you going to benefit? How are you going to benefit from this program? For those of you that are at the level of 500 or less per month, here is your dangling carrot, if you will. You're going to do $500 per month for each of the 4 months. And in doing so, you get to be a part of the VIP breakfast with Fred Pritchard and us. You will be part of the Circle of Excellence. You'll have membership in that club, and you'll receive the lapel pin that you can proudly wear anytime you're doing a Regal event. And you'll be given a product coupon to purchase Regal products. Then, if you're at the bracket of 1,000 or more, you're going to do 1,000 in each of those 4 months. And you're going to get all of what I just mentioned above. Plus, we're going to give you the basic starter kit. And so you're going to get 12 catalogs, order forms, and the coupons that are part of that starter kit. Sorry, just needed to get a little sip of water there. And if you're at the 3,000 level, then you're going to do at least 3,000 or more each month for the 4 months. And you're going to get all of what I just said, but your product coupon is going to be for $50, and you're going to earn the Business Builder Kit, which is worth over $150. So when you calculate all of what you're going to earn here, a lot of what you're going to be paying for your registration is covered in the rewards that you get. So 500, 1,000, or 3,000 per month for the next 4 months, okay? And what does that mean by way of sales? What is that going to do for you on a regular basis, on a monthly basis by way of earnings? Well, in total sales in that 4 months, if you were at the first starting point of 500, you will have sold $2,000 in that 4 months. Is that exciting? Is that more than what you've been doing? You know, just take the challenge and go for it. You can do it. And then if you're at the 1,000 mark, you're going to do 4,000 over 4 months. If you're at the 3,000, you're going to do 12,000. What a great start in just first 4 months of the year. Okay? And there you go. You're off to a great start. So, January booster shot. It is the end of January. And I know that some of you are probably saying, oh man, I didn't get anywhere near that 500. I didn't get near that 1,000 or the 3,000. I need to be over that hump, so I'm getting it to that level. And so you might be thinking, oh, well, you know, I guess I can't be a part of this. No, not true at all, because here's a booster shot for you, okay? Thinking that you're a bit shy of your target, the 500, the 1,000, or the 3,000, no problem. $100 credit will be given to everyone for the January sales only. So if you are right now, let's say at $300 in January, you've sold $300 so far. You need to get out there today, tomorrow, and make sure that you are doing everything possible to get those sales up. But let's say you fall a little bit short of that. You're just at the 400 mark or 450. No problem. We are going to credit you so that you go over that 500 mark. So up to $100 credit to either one of those 3 levels if you are needing that booster shot to get you over the mark for the first month of this incentive. Okay, so example, you're at the end of January with 400. We credit you that 100. You're at the 500. Let's say that you have 900 by the end of the month. Then we're going to credit that 100. You're going to be credited at the 1,000 mark. And the same for 2,900. You take that $100 credit and you are now over that 3,000 mark, and you qualify to be at the mark where you need to be for January. Now you just repeat it for next month and the following month and then the following month. You know, January is the slowest month of the year. So that's why we want to encourage you to go for it. Do it in January, because that will be a great stepping stone to February and then March and then April. You're going to keep ramping yourself up as you are implementing various things to get your customers looking at the catalog one more time and placing that last order for this month. Okay, so be sure to submit your orders no later than Tuesday morning. Why? Because month end is 5 p.m. on Wednesday, and you need to allow 1 to 2 business days for us to process your order. Now, only the orders that actually ship will count. So if you know that there's orders or there's product that is out of stock in those orders, you need to make sure you're topping up beyond those out of stock products, because they will not count as part of your sales in January. Okay, so get your orders in no later than Tuesday morning, and then we will get them out the door if they are in stock, and it will count towards your January sales. Okay, so what's your action plan? Because you can do it. Okay, I don't know how many different ways I can say that, but I really believe that you can do it. I have seen people at month end do amazing things. They just make that one last call. They put out that last email blast. They put it on their Facebook page. You know, we had an individual, and I can't tell you who because I didn't get her permission to share it, but you know, she was just $100 shy of reaching platinum at the end of 2017. And when she was notified of that, she was working on the last business day, or the last qualifying day of 2017 to get orders, when all of her customers were in Christmas mode, or you know, it was between Christmas and New Year's, and yet she was making those phone calls. She was going for those last sales, and guess what? She is platinum today because she did that. So you can do it too. I know you can. So act now. Month end closing is Wednesday at 5 p.m. Submit all your orders by Tuesday, 9 a.m. That means this is Sunday night. What can you do when you get off this call? What can you put together on your Facebook page or on email blast? What customers can you start calling tomorrow? Make a list of them and start calling them and letting them know that you are placing one last order. You know, say, placing my last order of January. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to save on shipping by combining your order with my other customers. And so that's something you're doing for them. Okay. You're not doing to them. Don't feel bad that you're calling them at the last minute. You're doing something for them. You're saving them in shipping. Okay, place an ad on your Facebook page, do the email blast, etc., etc. What else can you do? You know, even brainstorm on Facebook, but don't spend too much time on Facebook because you need to be in action getting your orders. But, you know, get ideas, find out what other people are doing to get those last orders for January. Okay, and then register for celebration. And to save that money, make sure that you do it during the early bird period from now to February the 15th. Okay, so we will have a lot of this information also in the newsletter that goes out next Friday, but take action on the month and qualifications that you need to do so that you are qualified for that circle of excellence. As we go forward, we're going to continue to reveal even more on what it means to be a part of the circle of excellence, and you don't want to miss it by just missing it by a few orders or by a few dollars in this first month. Okay, so I'm not going to keep on and on about it, but I look forward to seeing each and every one of you at Celebration. To me, it is so exciting to come face to face with those that I talk to throughout the year. And so I look forward to meeting all of you that I have not met yet, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you that we did meet already. So make tomorrow really special. Make it count for your business, but also get ready, prepare yourself for the celebration so that we can have that time together. Okay, let me just see here. I am going to now see if we have any questions in our question box. Let's see here. Yes, we do. We have a number of comments and questions. What's the address for the celebration? I believe I gave it. It was on the slides there. So this is being recorded, but the address for the Hilton is on Mississauga Road in Mississauga, and it's at the corner of Mississauga and 401. The one in Calgary is on Arrow Crescent, which is right at the Calgary airport. Okay, next question, is the training for gold and above again? The advanced training is for everyone. Is there a discount for rooms for ambassadors that travel over a couple of hours? We're all getting discounts. The rooms are actually discounted considerably for us. We have a block of rooms, and there's a certain date that you need to order or reserve your room by in order to get that rate. And so all of those details will be in your sales tools when you click on the celebration order image. Okay, so when you see this image with the balloons and whatnot and the pillars, click on there. It'll give you a description of the celebration fees, also about your reservations for the room. Okay, so that is already a discount from their regular rates. And the next question, consistent sales, January is almost up, only 2 days. Yep, but you can do it. I believe in you. I know you can. Just get out there and make it happen. I've seen it happen for many years now, where people are wanting to, get that last bit in for them to promote or for them to reach the incentive that's on at that time. And it's amazing what you can do in even just 24 hours. Okay, and then if not at the 500 and above mark, then the advanced training is out on the Sunday celebration, or is this Circle of Excellence only? Yeah, that's only for the Circle of Excellence. This 500,000 and 3,000 marks is for the Circle of Excellence incentive. Everyone can come to the advanced training. You don't need to be a part of the Circle of Excellence. You don't need to be any particular status level. You could even be just getting started as an ambassador when you come to celebration, and you can come to the advanced training. So it is for everyone. We want everyone to be equipped with the skills and the training that's going to be provided there. Next question, how many guests are we allowed? You can bring as many guests as you want, but the guests are paying the same price as ambassadors. Okay, so it's first come, first serve. If we fill the room at one location, we can actually get into a bigger ballroom at this point because it's available. But as time goes on, I'm sure they'll have that booked too. So at some point, we will sell out. And so do order your tickets ASAP for the celebration to make sure that you get on board. There were several that we had to turn away last year because we were maxed out at how many we can have in that meeting room. We're at a much bigger hotel this year, and we can accommodate a lot more, but you want to make sure you get your celebration registration in ASAP. And guests are more than welcome. Okay, next question. Will this webinar be posted on Facebook? Yes, it will be. So many people wanted to be here tonight and could not, and others may not have even opened their email that went out last week letting them know about this. So yes, it is recorded so that they can see it, but also so that you can go back and refresh on things that I've covered. Next question. I do not understand how you determine what amount I need to sell. That is largely by determining what the value of your rewards are. In a nutshell, I mean, I've been doing this for many years, and any reward program is put together based on what is the value of what we're giving out. And so that is essentially the way that we decided on the different levels for the reward of Circle of Excellence. Okay, and as I said, we're going to continue to announce other parts that are a part of the Circle of Excellence. So you've just gotten it in the skeleton form today. Okay, next question. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, you're welcome. What are the qualifications for incentive? Missed the slide. You can go back and watch this recording again. The qualifications are on one of the slides. If you have any questions after you've gone through it, and don't feel like you have to listen to the whole recording again, just fast track to the slide that you're looking for. And if you have questions even after that, feel free to email me. It's in the email that you received as a reminder of tonight's webinar. And you're also all going to receive another email an hour from now with the link to the recording. And so it will be on Facebook tomorrow morning, but you'll even have it tonight as a link in the email that's coming to you in just an hour from now. Okay. All right. And that's all the questions. So I thank you so much for joining me here tonight. It was a great time to just roll out the whole celebration information for you, and also to announce this exciting program that we're just now launching, Circle of Excellence. And that will continue to grow as we continue to move forward throughout this year. All right. Thank you so much. And I look forward to hearing some great comments. Please do let me know what you're thinking, how you felt about everything that was shared here tonight. And do let me know, even if you're not registering right away for celebration, let me know you're coming. I look forward to seeing you all. Okay. Thank you. Good night and God bless.